Want to know what an RV looks like if it's been sitting there doing nothing for over a year? Let me show you. So she's here now. She was sitting under this for 6 months. She used to be there, but my dad needed storage. So he put her over here. So see all this green? I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah. So this is how dirty she got being under there. And now this actually happened before I came back to the US last time. So I knew about that. I just didn't have time to fix it because I'm here for such a short stay. And yeah, this is what an RV looks like when it's been sitting here forever. All of these. So this is completely destroyed and dry rotted. And yeah, let's look inside. Okay, so what we've got ants. We also had spiders, but I got rid of them, I think. This puppy is peeling because all of this is fake. Right, it's the fake towel. This is also fake marble with sticker. There's an ant. So for the most part, the RV is good. She runs, the brakes are still okay, the motor's okay, all that kind of jazz. But the house itself has basically been sitting here, and so bugs have definitely entered, and this part's probably gonna be gross. Bear with me. So under here, in this drawer, you see all those bugs that fell out? Now these are ants, again, so I'm not necessarily freaked. Look at all those ants. So these are all these bugs. Ugh. So more ants. And also, can you see those little white, I'm gonna call it a cocoon, because I don't know really what they are. I'm gonna Google later what they are. Right now I'm kind of not in the mood to know what they are, to be honest. But yeah, so this is the worst area. Every time I open this drawer, ants fall out. Inside the drawer looks basically fine, but it's underneath. And ants. Ants everywhere. So yeah, mostly it's the ants we're afraid of. I found spiders, I found spider cocoons, which I've already swept out. You know, I don't have any to show you, but they were here. They were definitely here. I feel like all the bedding items are now, they're just at risk. So I want to get rid of them all. So I'm never gonna sleep on these mattresses again. We're gonna have to get new ones whenever we move back in, because that's life. Again, I'm not seeing signs of it. The only place that I'm seeing signs is in that drawer in the underneath area. So yeah, even if I put her in storage units are notorious for having rodents. Like, that's just a thing, and so it won't protect her. I am pondering the idea of putting her in storage to protect her from sun damage, which has definitely also happened, right? For example, the windshield wipers wouldn't be as destroyed if they were not in the sun every day. So that's a thing. But for the most part, again, not unhappy with the condition of the RV, but definitely needs a lot of help. But mostly she just needs to be cleaned and protected from the sun. Obviously, the longer it stays sitting, the worse it gets. And this is normal, guys, for RV life, for van life. My nieces did that design. Okay, so that is part of the course of owning an RV. RVs are meant to be moving. Cars are meant to be moving. And so one of the things my dad does for me is he does drive the car around. He drives the RV around, he gets gas, he does all of that jazz. So that really is why the car still runs and everything else is good. But same for the house aspect, an RV is meant to be moving. And so when you park your RV, any particular place, if you're stationary, and this is whether it's a Class B or a trailer, any of those things, once you park it somewhere, you run the risk of animals, of bugs infesting it, and it's just like a regular house. You need to do all the things to protect it, and living in it is part of how you do it, right? The daily cleaning, the daily taking care of, the daily repairs, which right now my RV is not getting. So if you are pondering RV life at all, that's something I would definitely consider for yourself, is how long do I really plan on doing the RV life? Because anytime your RV sits there not being tended to, it's going to start deteriorating. It's going to start deteriorating quickly. I have not looked at the undercarriage of this RV, mostly because I'm just not in a place where I'm going to fix it yet. So if I'm not ready to fix it, I don't need to look at it. I am going to clean her up. I'm going to wash her. I'm going to wash the inside. But having an RV sit there is the worst. It's the worst. And in fact, if you're looking for an RV, you definitely want to look for an RV that has not been sitting there for very long. You want an RV that people have been using, that people have been moving with relatively frequently, unless it's brand new. They don't need to be full-time necessarily, but again, vehicles and homes are kept up more when they're lived in, and that especially holds true for an RV. You don't want a car that is pretty, but they tell you they haven't driven it for years. You don't want an RV that looks really pretty and they haven't used it for years and years, because again, there's going to be a lot of functionality issues that you're just not going to notice until you start living in it and moving in it. So one of the risks, no regrets. As I make my monthly RV payments, there are moments, guys. There are moments where I regret. However, big picture, I don't regret having her. I'm so glad that when I do decide to go back to RV living, she should still be good. I will need to put some money in her to make sure that she runs better though. I know there's going to be things that I have to replace and that will cost money, thousands of dollars money, but at the end of the day, specifically love the Roadrek. I think it's perfect for a family of 2 and a dog. All right, it'll come off easy at least. I took a shower, but I'm still like super hot from all of this working around. But anyway, we got some ant gel. It's only effective for 1 month, but we'll see if it does enough. I'm super glad that those turned out to be ants, by the way. And yeah. I think we're done. I'm so red. I definitely got a sunburn doing this. Yeah, because she's been under essentially a tree this whole time. There are like cleaning the gutters out, cleaning all the nooks and crannies took the most.